Hope everybody's doing great. This is Life with Marlene, your Florida vlogger. I appreciate everybody being here. Thank you so much for your support. Today's Wednesday, and I wanted to come on in and give you guys a topic. So, hope everybody's doing great on this Wednesday. Wanted to chit chat for a little bit before I get on with the rest of my Wednesday. It's another spring day. Are you guys having spring weather, spring conditions here in my area of Florida? I believe today is in the 80s. It's pretty hot. Let me check the weather forecast. Hi, my Renaissance grandma. How are you doing? Welcome. Appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. Hey, Metro. How are you doing? Welcome. How was your Wednesday, everybody? Did you guys get into doing anything fun today for your Wednesday? Today, Wednesdays are my day off, so it's my day that I like to take care of what I need to, like go to doctor's appointments and, do cleaning and cooking, running around. But I did today let myself sleep in, or I attempted to try to sleep in. It may me not be sleeping in for other people, but for me, when I stay in bed past 8 o'clock, that's sleeping in. So I let myself sleep in, went for a walk. Then I came back, did a few errands, got back in bed, relaxed. My Renaissance grandma says, tired today. Think I'm gonna rest. You should. You should. Metro says 74 currently in Oklahoma. I went out shopping. I got my new Sonic LED watch. Oh, wow, cool. Oh, new work clothes. That's awesome. A new steering wheel cover. And I just cooked burgers for lunch. A spinach burger. Oh, that sounds good, Metro. I hope you enjoy it. So let me check my weather in my city. Hold on one second. I'm opening up a tab and I'm going to check out the weather. Okay, here we go. Just opened a tab. And we're going to see what the weather is. Yes, hello to everybody who is in here. So you guys won't say I'm lying. Can you guys see that? Where it says 80 degrees? 80? Yeah, it's 80 degrees here. So for me, I feel like in Florida, once the weather gets to be the end of March, because it gets so muggy hot in Florida, but you just got to push through it, trying to do some things to keep myself cool. I think that's something, if you guys have some tips to keep cool throughout the spring, the summer, share those tips because I need those tips. A very productive day, Metro. I try to keep myself busy and active because, the way that I grew up, not in a bad way, because I think everything is a lesson in this life. Your parents or other people in your life have to go through certain things in order to be who they are. And then I had to go through things to find out who I was. So for me, recently I've been going and processing and asking myself, who really am I? What do I want to do with my life? What do I feel like I deserve? And there was a lot of guilt involved in that because I grew up always giving to everybody, giving to siblings, giving to friends, giving to a person in a romantic relationship, just giving, giving, giving. And about last year, I really got burned out. So I knew that I needed to do something different, but I was having a lot of guilt behind, finally living my life and doing the things that I wanted to do and being happy and all those things. Um, so, that's one of the things that, I'm always constantly working on being the best version of me at all times. And I feel like all of you should do the same thing. Be the best version of you. Let yourself be happy. And it took me having a breakdown or a burnout before I came to realize that um I don't have to make everybody happy. I have to make myself happy. And that's one of the things that I do on this channel with Life with Marlene. I share honestly some things that I go through in my life. And a lot of people aren't going to be transparent and say that, they enable people in their lives. I know I did. And it's because of my upbringing and what I saw. And I thought that that was normal. I thought it was okay, but it's not. And it's okay. Everybody who watches my videos, live streams, it's okay to stop enabling your relatives, your siblings, parents, anybody in your life. Stop enabling people to make your life difficult. And I was so miserable and unhappy in my life because I didn't speak up for myself and say no and mean it. And there's a lot of guilt behind trying to please your relatives, trying to make them happy. And all the while, you'll be unhappy. Like, you'll be unhappy doing things for people, but you feel guilty if you don't do it. Hey, sis, how are you doing? Welcome. Happy Wednesday. And you'll feel guilty behind living your own life. And that's what I have been going through in the past year. I've been doing an overhaul of friendships, relationships in general, and those that were not pouring into me. um oh, that's okay. I appreciate you. um and I had to do an overhaul in my life so that I could be happy. And I wouldn't say I wasn't happy a year ago, but I know that I wasn't the best that I could be. And, God was working on me and talking to me and telling me, you know what you need to do. Um, um, So that was one of the things that recently I was going through, learning to put my foot down, learning that I don't have to please everybody and make everybody happy. So, you know, that's one of the things. Okay. Let's see. You understand? Yeah. So, hi Picasso, how are you doing? Hi Absolute Being. So that was something that I think is important, and I wanted to say that to everybody who is in here. Make sure you're setting boundaries with your family, your friends, even on social media, knowing when you have had enough, and doing those things, knowing when you have had enough and standing firm, especially when it comes to relatives, because there's a lot of relative guilt. um if you have kids, there's guilt. If you don't do this for your kids, then there's spousal or boyfriend, girlfriend guilt that you will have, or there's friend guilt, there's work guilt. So you have all of these guilt, all this guilt in your life, feeling like you got to do so much for so many people. And it just doesn't work. That's a recipe for a disaster. That's a recipe for being unhappy and miserable. And at the end of the day, you're the one that has to make a choice to be happy. It's all up to you. Yeah. Yeah. Metro says earlier, I missed his comment when he says he uses sunscreen, water, um, I think you meant hat covers, and windshields and an umbrella. I asked the question a little earlier. What are you doing to be able to cope with, the hot weather? For me, the number one thing is remembering to hydrate. And I know a lot of people, especially people who look like me, um, we don't drink water like we should. So it's just a reminder, to drink your water. And there's a lot of ways to have water. You can have your seltzer water, you can have the flavored waters. And I've been starting to get into flavored waters, and I didn't realize how good they are, without all the sugar and everything. There's so many different brands of flavored waters that taste like soda without the sugar. And then there's always lemon water. You could do cucumber water, orange water, whatever, to give your water a little flavor. But ultimately, it's about making sure this spring, this summer, especially if you're going to be outdoors, make sure you carry, some cold water, hydrate yourself, keep yourself cool, wear breathable fabrics, sandals, wear a hat, put on sunglasses, all of those things. So, just some encouragement, because I don't want nobody falling out. I work in healthcare, and I see so often people come into the emergency room or other places because they did not drink water, or because they didn't eat anything and they went out in the hot sun, passed out. I don't want that to happen to any of my GEMS families. So, make sure you eat something before you go out. You drink some water, you wear a hat, some comfortable clothes, comfortable walking shoes, put your sunscreen on, and yeah, go out there and enjoy life. That's what this channel is all about. Letting yourself go out and enjoy life. Thank you, everybody, for the likes. I appreciate it. If you're new here, make sure you hit the like and you subscribe. So let's see what else we're going to talk about. Yeah, the choice is yours to make. Wise decisions. And isn't that true? We all can make wise decisions, right? But how many of us do? That's something that I'm always trying my best to work on, making better decisions and being happy. My level of happy, not other people's level of happy. Because you could be so busy doing all of these things to make people in your life happy, but then you're not happy. Okay? So, try to do some things today or on the weekend, whenever you get a break, to make yourself happy. And I had to get back to rediscovering myself, letting myself reset, and even over here on this channel, kind of changing the content, not just doing things for clicks and views, but making real content about my life, like talking about things. So you guys are going to be seeing more videos and live streams talking about real topics, things that I'm going through, things that I feel. Yesterday I did a, and we talked about that's why you're blocked. And I did that for multiple reasons. I did that for social media. I did that for relatives. I did that for coworkers, just anybody in general. Sometimes you need to block people in order to make you happy, in order to have your peace back, because some people, no matter when you tell people you don't like things, people still will be disrespectful and rude, and you have to cut them off. So that's another thing that I've been working on lately, setting better boundaries for myself. And also, boundaries are important for other people too, because if you don't stand up for yourself, nobody will. People will use you until you stop letting them use you. And I didn't understand that how important that was, because there's so often that we are not doing what we need to do for ourselves, And I know for me, I definitely wasn't eating like I should. And I don't just mean unhealthy food. I mean literally not eating, because you wake up and you're so busy taking care of everybody. You're busy just rushing and taking care of everybody in your household, and etc. The list goes on and on. Or being so busy at work that you don't even remember, when did I eat? or when did I have something to drink? So that's one of the things that I wanted to say to everybody too. Make sure you make yourself a priority. And I know for me, I had stopped making myself a priority for a long time. I really did. And now I'm back, you know? Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Metro. Yeah, I had to learn to get back to me and taking care of me. And some of those things that I had to do is stop trying to follow a trend, stop trying to be like the content that I'm seeing, like always feeling like I had to do aesthetic videos and trending videos or things like that, when that's not my life. Like, I don't wake up and have